bin over. Hi peoples, thank you very much for joining me. Today's video is about my favourite childhood toy. Now everyone, you cannot lie, you had your favourite toy. What was it? Come on, don't be ashamed, don't be bashful, don't think about it. Everyone had the toy, and I'm not embarrassed about sharing this video with you today because my favourite toy was indeed Thunderbirds. Now, I had quite a thing for Thunderbirds, as we've mentioned in previous videos, and I found my toys. Now, I think they are vintage. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it might be worth something in years to come, so I'm going to keep them. Probably to the annoyance of my girlfriend, but they are staying, and because they are so much fun, and I found them. I found them in my dad's loft and dusted them off. They're not working, the sound on it is not great, so I'm not going to be playing any music out on them, but they do play out. I'm going to test them just to see one more time if they still go, but the batteries need obviously replaced and sorted out, unless the batteries have come out of it. I think the batteries are out, so let's just go for it. Do you remember Thunderbird 2? And you could get the small little toys that you got with Tracy Island. Well, I've got a big Thunderbird 2, and I'm pleased to say it's still intact. The stickers are still on it. I think this is great. I love them. I love Thunderbird 2, and it was my favourite one, and I remember Virgil being the pilot, and also you get 2 Thunderbirds for the price of 1, because you get Thunderbird 4 inside. Oh yeah, yeah. And then if I just open it, oh, they still work. Yes, they still work. And if I just sit Thunderbird 2 down like so, hopefully you'll be able to see it actually. There we go. And just move my table a bit. There we go. Yeah, you guys can see now, can't you? Yeah. And the middle pod dropped out. Look. Oh, go on, drop. Yeah, go on. And it still works. That's brilliant. And Thunderbird 4 used to be in the middle compartment. So if we just move Thunderbird 2 shell out of the way, and Thunderbird 2 and Thunderbird 4 has still got a home. Still got a home inside. And yeah, the middle compartment always come out like a turtle shell, and they've got a door. It's brilliant. Thunderbird 4 inside, brilliant. He's so cute. And I think I've still got, yes, I've still got the stickers in there. And you've also got the little dolls inside as well, the little characters. Can you remember the Thunderbird captain for Thunderbird 4? Can't remember. I want to say it was Alan, but it's Alan Thunderbird 5. I can't remember. Or was it Gordon? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. I can't remember which one was Thunderbird 4. And yeah, and in going back to Thunderbird 2, the face of Thunderbird 2 opened up. And just open it up on the hinge, like so. And you can see the cockpit inside, and I've got the original dolls in there too. I think, focus, there you go. I think it was Virgil, and I think I put Scott in there to be looked after. Because Scott came as the second co-pilot, if I remember rightly. Or maybe Alan. Alan was the blonde one, wasn't he? Oh, there's 3 in there. Hold on, that's Scott. That's Virgil. I don't know who that is. I'm not sure, can't remember what they are. But they're still intact. Brilliant, such a good game, such a cool, fun toy to play around with. I remember my parents one Christmas, I got this as a Christmas present. I remember my parents one Christmas going around everywhere like Argos, Toys R Us, what other play stores are there? There's quite a few out there. And they were calling around all over the place to see if they could order one in. Back then, when these were really popular and when there was a craze for that year, there wasn't like the likes of Amazon around because it wasn't popular then. It was still really expensive to get delivery. And I remember they were spending so much money on fuel trying to find from each town where they can get one, because that one year they were sold out, and it was a massive pandemic on TV, on the news. You see everyone was looking at buying one for their children because it was the in toy that year. Yeah, so Thunderbirds were real popular when I was a child. The next toy I've got, would you believe it, is still a bit dusty actually, is Thunderbird 1! I still can't believe I got Thunderbird 1! Oh, hold on. Oh. Oh, yeah, it's still a bit dusty. Oh dear. Should have cleaned them off before I opened it up, Alex. Proves to show how how old they are. So Thunderbird 1 was piloted by Scott, and this one had movable wings, which is quite cool. It also had feet, which, like, it's not as cool as Thunderbird 2 because they didn't like pop out, but it has got legs on it so it can stand up. If I can get it, come on. There you go, like so. So it can stand up. Dust everywhere, like that. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. And also you got the pilot cockpit, which opened up like so, and the seat is upside down, but you can just see a dial in there. There's also got a second pop-up bit for a second pilot, like so, and it's got all the controls in it and the little desk and the chair for the pilot. Brilliant! This one was so cool, and I don't know how much it was, but I would imagine my parents spent a small fortune on them, as I say, because of the story. And they still got sound buttons, so I don't know if it could play. No, it's not going to play. Battery's gone. That's a shame, but hey ho, come out with these things. So yeah, I had Thunderbird 1 and Thunderbird 2. So they were my most favourite toys of all time. Brilliant. You couldn't get hold of Thunderbird 3, that was a red rocket, because they weren't as popular. Everyone wanted Thunderbirds 1 or 2, and you couldn't get hold of 4 either. 5 was the satellite space station up in space for Alan Tracy, but yeah, couldn't get hold of those either. The next one, the pièce de résistance, as they say, is the most fantastic Tracy Island, and I've still got the original box. And this is said original box, Thunderbird's Tracy Island, and it came with all of these gizmos. It's a bit battered, but you can also get that big Thunderbird 2 I just showed you, and Thunderbird 1. Lady Penelope's car you could get. Obviously as a boy, so I didn't want that as a girl's toy. And Thunderbird 3, like I say, wasn't as popular, couldn't get hold of it. And the main Tracy Island, it had sound features and buttons, it had homes for all the characters and all the toys, and it was just brilliant, and like loads of movable features. So this is the first time I've taken it out of its box, so it'll be interesting to see if the stickers are still attached, and hopefully I've still got all the Thunderbird toys as part of it. And hopefully I do. I've got all the components here. Right, let's move that. Oh, sorry, move that out of the way. So, good news, I think. I just spin that round. So, this was the main Tracy Island, and I think got a little lever. Yeah, like so. Yeah, and the door used to go down. That's it, like so. Thunderbird 3's home, which I think was out of the living quarters of Tracy Island. I think. No, where did that live? There? Yeah, like so. And then we got the pool, the main house, and Thunderbird 2. And now Thunderbird 2 obviously lives here. This is so fun! I can't believe I found it. It's brilliant. Now I don't know where small Thunderbird 1 is. He's not in the box. No, I don't know where he is. Where's small Thunderbird 1? Oh no! I don't have small Thunderbird 1. What's that? No, wait. No, that's another toy. I think that's Captain Scarlet, that toy. We'll come back to that one. But I don't know where the small Thunderbird 1 is, but small Thunderbird 1 used to live in the pool. And if you can remember the Thunderbirds cartoon, where they're all the puppets, he used to come straight out of the pool with Scott flying it. And out of this little round workplace, I think where Brains used to work, in there with the science labs. And Thunderbird 3 would fly out. Little mini Thunderbird 3, brilliant! I think it's great. I don't know if you can see that up close. Thunderbird 3 rocket, he's still intact. And then the island is home to Thunderbird 2, as we know. And if I just show you Thunderbird 2 there. And then when it used to launch, you used to be able to press down on the button back here, and then the door would open. Ready? Oh, damn! Here we go, Thunderbird 2 is on its way, all the way out to the launch pad. and like grooves there, and then the palm trees would fall down, and then you'd lift the ramp up, ready for it to launch, and you used to lock up. Come on, lock up. Well, I used to lock up, and then Thunderbird 2 would obviously take off. Brilliant, and all the stickers are still intact. I think that's brilliant. And around the back of the island, I just take the toys off because I don't want them to fall anywhere. Around the back of the island itself, you also got a little like communications, and this used to press make sound noises. And I just found number 1. I just found Thunderbird 1. Look, he's wedged underneath. Look, he's wedged underneath the island. How did you stay there all this time? Yes, I've got it. I found Thunderbird 1. Focus. Focus. It's not going to focus, is it? Yes, Thunderbird 1. Found it. Look. Oh, brilliant. And it's still intact. Thunderbird 1. I can't believe it. So excited. I found it. My beloved toys. It's brilliant. So Thunderbird 1, you're going back to the speaking bit here. Yeah, so these buttons used to press make sound. So you used to press it, and then that voice of that character would obviously play out loud as part of the game. And in there you got all of them, including Lady Penelope and Brains as well, the original Brains. And they all got the stickers on. So apart from it being a bit dusty, and obviously you need some batteries in it, it's very much still intact. So it might be worth something. I don't know. But I'm so chuffed that I've got 1, 2 and 3 Thunderbirds there. I think that's good. That has just made my day. Oh, I can't lie about it. I'm just so excited. Let's just see if Thunderbird 4 is still inside, because again, in small Thunderbird 2, the pod drops out, and we've got a small little shell there for Thunderbird 4. If I got it, yeah, and Thunderbird 4 is still in it, yes. And obviously Thunderbird 4 is a tiny little one that goes underwater, focus. So yeah, that's Thunderbird 4, and he's still intact. Loved it, favourite game ever. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for joining me in reminiscing with my beloved toy. I'm going to look after it and see if I can find some research, see if it's worth anything. But I don't think I'll be selling it. It was my pride and joy. I obviously very rarely played with it because I wasn't a very heavy-handed child, but as children, as you'd expect, some little small parts might have broken off, but actually everything is still intact. And of course I got my large icon toys as well, so that's a bonus. I'm surprised I kept them after all these years. Yeah, and in the original box as well. Pretty cool. If you enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe just here on my face, and I'll see you again next time. See you soon. Bye.